This is Josh Hart here for Seconds Out. Delighted today to be here down in Harlow in Essex, joined by Campbell Hatton. Campbell, it's exciting times for yourself. A new start here at the gym, and more importantly, your rematch with Jimmy Joe Flint is coming up in just under 3 weeks now. But first of all, how is everything?
Yeah, really good, mate. It's like a little fresh start, really. I've since the amateurs, I was always with me, like my dad and Matthew, and in my comfort zone, like if you like, where we always trained hard. Don't get me wrong, it weren't that comfortable, but like coming down here, I'm away from my family and friends. Like the only people I know down here are the people I'm in the boxing gym with, so it's just boxing, and I can just concentrate fully on it. And I'm surrounded by like the best of the best. Like got world champions, like people on the way to being world champions. You've got Olympians, and that all that can do is bring you on. So I think it's probably the best move I've made in my career.
You say it's the best move that you've made, but how difficult was it to come to that conclusion of leaving not just someone that you were very close with in the boxing scheme, but a family member? How difficult was it to sit yourself down and think before you even went to anyone else? You had to have that thought yourself. How difficult was that process of making your mind up?
Yeah, it was a hard conversation to have. Like me and Matthew have always been very close, regardless of boxing, and so it's never nice to have to have that chat. But we were both on the same page with it, and we both thought it has been a long time where we've been training together and probably due a freshen up. So it was, as much as it's a hard conversation to have, it probably went as easy as it could have possibly done, because like he backed me fully in it, and we was on the same page. So once we got that done, I came down here. I was planning on going to quite a few gyms and having a look around, but I just knew after a few days down here that this is where I needed to be. Like you look at the people in the gym, like the coaches, everything's like you can't get much better. So it's it's very exciting.
And while working down, obviously, we know that you work very closely with Barry Smith, a great trainer in his own right. But how much time do you get to spend with Ben as well? Obviously, Ben's probably one of the most respected coaches in this country, some would say in the world. How much time do you get to spend with him as well?
Yeah, I was getting advice off everyone in the gym. Barry, Ben, Lee. Like when I'm sparring, he'll be saying things like tell me things to do in the corner, like do little bits of pads and stuff like that here and there, and it's like I've cracked it really. Like it was mad when I first come down. I was warming up shadow boxing, and Lee Wood was warming up, and then I looked in the other ring. You've got AJ knocking about, and I just thought if I told anyone this, they'd say I was bullshitting them. And but no, it's like a dream come true, really, because the people that I've looked up to, people that I've been and watched as a fan, you know what I mean? And now I'm training alongside them, so no, just loving it all.
And how beneficial was it for you? Obviously, you've listed some of the great names that train here as well, but especially for someone like Lee Wood, for example, just similar weight divisions. Obviously, two-time world champion, you can take so much from someone like him, and obviously AJ in his own right, probably the biggest name in British boxing. Just for yourself, obviously you're on that come up, your prospect. How much can you take away from being around them on a daily basis in the gym?
Yeah, loads. You see how a champion trains, and then you've just got to match it, haven't you? So, so from that perspective, learn loads. But they've been in this position as well, so I get the advice. Like I've done rounds with Lee, like with Pat, like Jordan Gill. I was sparring a lot, and then after it, like you have a little chat, and they'll say, "Oh, just try this," or things like that from like a technical point of view. So, it's unreal, really.
And just looking at the rematch coming up with Jimmy Joe Flint in just under 3 weeks. While that first fight didn't go your way, I think it's a fight where I think your stock rose anyway. It was a great fight. All the fans enjoyed it. Now that it's been a while since that first fight, Have you watched it back, and if so, what are you able to take away from that, obviously coming into training for the rematch?
Yeah, I've watched it back a few times, and it is a frustrating watch because, like you said, there was some positives come from it where I proved to people that I've got the heart, and I proved my toughness and things like that. But we don't go in there for second prizes, and on the night I just think there was so much I could have done differently. I started quite well, I had a lot of success early, and then I got a bit carried away with it, and I don't think I really thought of the 10 rounds, you know what I mean, where I think I thought I was going to get him out of there because of how I started, and it was a bit naive really, and didn't save anything for the long stretch. But again, all learning, and since coming down here, and we do a lot of the video analysis down here, and we're working on things based on the footage, and I just kick myself when I watch it because I just think, when we're doing that on the pad, that's what I should have been doing there, or things like that, and made it 10 times more annoying than when I originally watched it. So, but there is that much that I did wrong that I've now been correcting, that I do take a lot of confidence from it, and I just can't wait. I think I'm going to get the win and get the winning style.
When obviously you first lost that fight, a lot of the talk was, maybe go away, have a comeback fight, and then go back for the rematch. But instead, you've dove straight into the rematch. Your first fight with the new team as well, and it's straight into the man that beat you last. What was the reasoning behind that? What was the thought?
I just think I've got the beating of him now. I think really without the improvements I've made now, I think I should have won on the night. Not that the decision was wrong. I think I was good enough then to win the fight, but I just went about it wrong. So I just didn't think I needed another 6-rounder in between. Where I just think I'm ready now. It's just a case of applying myself better. And
then just quickly, get your thoughts on some other things going on in the boxing world this weekend. Artur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol. Obviously, you've been on Dimitri Bivol's cards before. A lot of people believe this is the best fight in boxing all year. But when you sit down and you think about the two styles, how do you see it playing out?
Yeah, I think that's the standard of that fight, like the top level of boxing, isn't it? And I've seen quite a lot of Bivol firsthand, where I have been lucky enough to box on a couple of his undercards, so I know how good he is. And Beterbiev, he's a machine, isn't he? Like, he's got that power. He literally only needs one, and he's relentless. So, but I do think Bivol's got that style where he can handle him. I don't think it'll be easy. I think it'll be a close fight, but I just think the way he's good at punching on the move and like maintaining the distance he wants, and I think that's how he's going to get the win, really.
And obviously, campmate of yours, Anthony Joshua, was out a few weeks ago against Dubois. It's unreal spectacle of an event. While not the night for him, do you believe he should target that rematch and try and get one back over Dubois? Yeah,
I think it's a good move. Like, I think so much went wrong for him in the fight. Like I was saying before, you can take a lot of confidence in when there's that much that you've done wrong, or like that you can see that you can change. Like, I think he can. Don't get me wrong; it's a very tough fight. Again, if he does take the rematch, it's a fight that could still. Have you heard that Daft Geordie over there?
Did I call that for him? You call him that there?
Daft, right? We'll lever him at the house in a bit. But I think it's a fight where it could still go Dubois' way, just because of how good a fighter he is. But I think if he applies himself right and corrects them mistakes he was making, and there was a lot of them, weren't there? But I think it's a fight he can turn round.
Well, Campbell, thank you very much for your time. Best of luck in Manchester in a few weeks, and hopefully we see you get back to winning ways. Cheers.